Rome was never meant to be consumed like a checklist. It was built to be lived in slowly, deliberately, and with curiosity. The Colosseum is where most Rome itineraries begin, and that instinct is not wrong. Seeing it in person is a shock, even if you have seen it hundreds of times in photos and videos. Its size feels unreal, rising out of the modern city like something impossible that should not still exist. The key to the Colosseum is not just seeing it, but how you approach it. Arrive early in the morning, ideally right when it opens, before the heat builds and the crowds surge. Walk around the exterior first instead of rushing inside. Notice the texture of the stone, the arches stacked into perfect rhythm, and the way modern Rome flows around it without ever touching it. Pause across the street and watch commuters pass by, barely glancing at one of the most famous structures on Earth. When you step inside, do not rush toward the center. Slow down, look up, and let your eyes adjust to the scale of the space. Imagine the sound that once filled this arena, the voices, the movement, the tension. The Colosseum is not just a monument, it is an emotional experience. Plan to spend about an hour here, not because there is a checklist to complete, but because your senses need time to absorb it. Tickets usually range between 20 and 30 euros, and buying them online saves valuable time. Once you exit, resist the urge to sit down immediately. Instead, walk directly into the Roman Forum while your imagination is still engaged. The Roman Forum is where Rome begins to feel overwhelming in the best possible way. This valley was once the center of political, religious, and commercial life in the ancient world. Today, it is a sprawling landscape of ruins that rewards curiosity more than structure. Instead of following a marked route, wander freely. Walk ancient roads worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. Stand beside broken columns and imagine speeches that once echoed across the open space. Pause at random viewpoints and let your mind fill in what time has erased. The Forum is best experienced slowly, without narration, allowing imagination to do the work. Early morning and late afternoon are ideal times to be here. The light is softer, the temperature is gentler, and the crowds thin just enough to let the space breathe. Plan at least 90 minutes, but allow more if you find yourself lingering. If this way of experiencing Rome already feels different from what you expected, tap the like button so more travelers can find guides like this. This is the moment when Rome stops feeling like a city you are visiting and starts feeling like a story you are walking through. And just when you think you understand Rome's scale, it pulls you into something quieter. The Pantheon is one of the most quietly astonishing places in Rome. It does not dominate its surroundings or announce itself loudly. You turn a corner and suddenly it stands before you, perfectly proportioned and impossibly intact. Step inside and the noise of the city fades almost instantly. Light streams through the oculus in the ceiling, moving slowly across the interior as the hours pass. On rainy days, water falls freely through the opening and disappears into hidden drains below. People instinctively lower their voices here even without being asked. Sit for a few minutes and simply watch. Watch the light move. Watch the expressions on faces as people look upward. This building has stood for nearly 2,000 years and it still feels complete. Entry is free and there is no reason to rush. If you enjoy discovering places that most people rush past, make sure to subscribe so you do not miss future journeys like this. The Pantheon teaches an important lesson early in your Rome experience. Not every powerful moment is loud. Some of the most meaningful ones are quiet. When you step back outside, Rome feels different, calmer, more intentional. And now it is time to cross the river. Trastevere feels like Rome exhaling. The streets narrow, the buildings soften, and everyday life takes center stage. Laundry hangs between windows, scooters buzz past open doors, and conversations spill into the streets. This is where Rome feels lived in rather than staged. The best way to experience Trastevere is without a plan. Arrive in the late afternoon, when the light turns warm and shadows stretch across the cobblestones. Wander aimlessly and let instinct guide you. Follow the sound of laughter, clinking glasses, or music drifting from open doorways. When you are hungry, stop where locals are eating. Order simple dishes like cacio e pepe, carbonara, or amatriciana. Trust the kitchen. Meals here are comforting, affordable, and deeply satisfying. Dinner does not need to be rushed. This is Rome reminding you that food is not fuel, it is connection. If you were planning a trip to Rome, comment below which neighborhood you would want to explore first. Stay as long as you like because Rome does not keep score. But eventually the city will pull you outward again. Vatican City is one of the most visited places on the planet, and it can feel overwhelming without a plan. The key to enjoying it is clarity. Know why you are there and move with purpose. Arrive early in the morning if possible, before tour groups flood the museums. The galleries are vast, filled with centuries of art, symbolism, and history. Allow yourself to appreciate highlights without trying to absorb everything. When you reach the Sistine Chapel, pause. The silence is heavy and reverent. People crane their necks upward, searching for familiar scenes. When you step into St. Peter's Basilica, the scale shifts again. The space feels endless, filled with light and stone. Entry is free, though climbing the dome costs extra and rewards you with sweeping views of Rome. Dress respectfully and plan at least 2 to 3 hours for the experience. This is Rome at its most grand and symbolic, but the city's soul often appears when the crowds thin. Rome at night feels entirely different from Rome during the day. The heat fades, the streets glow, and the city relaxes into itself. Landmarks are illuminated softly, and conversations replace tour commentary. Walk through piazzas without a destination. Visit the Trevi fountain late in the evening when the crowds shrink and the water reflects the lights. Sit on steps, eat gelato, and watch the city move around you. Night walks cost nothing and deliver some of the most memorable moments of a Rome trip. If this is the kind of travel experience you love, hit subscribe and join us for more journeys like this. This is when Rome feels personal rather than monumental. It is also when you begin to understand the city emotionally instead of intellectually. And when morning returns, Rome offers another gift. Rome is a city of viewpoints, but few travelers slow down enough to enjoy them. Climb Aventine Hill and visit the Orange Garden. From here, the city spreads out below you, layered with domes, rooftops, and ancient walls. The air feels quieter, the pace slower. Nearby, peer through the Keyhole of the Knights of Malta for a perfectly framed view of St. Peter's Dome. These moments are free, peaceful, and often overlooked. They offer perspective not just on the city, but on your journey through it. This is Rome asking you to pause and reflect. Rome rewards travelers who stop trying to see everything. Choose one neighborhood and explore it deeply. Wander side streets without landmarks. Sit in small piazzas and watch daily life unfold. Rome is not a city you finish. It is a city you begin to understand. You will miss things, and that is part of its magic. Each visit reveals something new depending on who you are when you arrive. Ancient and alive, chaotic and calm, Rome holds all of it at once. If this journey helped you see Rome differently, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can join us for more travel tips and experiences that uncover the most beautiful places in the world. Tell us in the comments which part of Rome you are most excited to experience. And if you enjoyed this video, we know you will love these recommended videos. Keep your bags ready, your heart open, and let the journey lead you to your next adventure.